The rain fell in slow, relentless sheets upon the streets of Manhattan. Neon signs reflected off the puddles, creating a kaleidoscope of flickering color on the sidewalks. Commuters hustled with umbrellas raised, cabs splashed by, and people with purpose moved quickly through the night. Amid all the noise, haste, and city brightness, there sat a girl moving, silent, and forgotten. Her name was Mira. She appeared to be no more than 17. Her hoodie was torn, her jeans had holes not born of fashion but of use, and her shoes, once white, were now gray and soaked. His eyes narrowed in a mix of confusion and defensiveness. "I only wanted to ask, may I have your leftovers?" She sat near the corner of a high-end French restaurant, her back against the side of the building, knees pulled to her chest for warmth. Her eyes scanned the restaurant's glass facade, watching through the window the people inside, laughing, dining, celebrating, wasting. She did not beg, but her stomach growled with ferocity, and pride did not fill a belly. She waited until a man stepped out of the restaurant, tall, suited in navy blue, with a coat that cost more than she had ever held in her life. His silver hair was neatly combed, and he carried a small brown bag. Mira stood up slowly, wiping her hands on her jeans. She hesitated, then took a few steps forward. "Excuse me," she said softly. The man turned, startled. "I do not want money," she clarified quickly. He nodded. For a moment, he said nothing. It was as though time paused around them. Hum of the city, the clinking of glasses from inside, the rush of passing cars all faded. "I do not eat with liars, thieves, or flatterers, but I will eat with you, if you are willing." The man looked at her, truly looked. "What is your name?" he asked finally. "Perhaps both will cancel each other out," he replied dryly. She hesitated. "Mira." He extended the brown bag toward her without a word. Conversation hushed as she entered. People turned and whispered, a homeless girl in their palace of elegance. She took it, whispered "thank you," and turned to go, though. But he stopped her with a question. "Why did you not ask for money instead?" Her voice held no shame, because money disappears. "Food lasts the night." His lips curved not into a smile, but into something else. Curiosity, perhaps. "I am David Lattimore," he said. "Come inside." She blinked, confused. "Sir?" I said, "come inside." Myra looked at the glowing entrance, the heavy gold-trimmed door, and then at her damp clothes. "I smell like the street," she said honestly. "And I smell like money," she followed. Inside the restaurant, the lighting was soft and warm. Crystal glasses glittered on linen-draped tables, a pianist played in the corner. David motioned to the maître d', who seemed reluctant, but nodded. They were seated near the back. "Order whatever you like," David said. Mira looked at the menu. She had never seen such prices. $42 for soup, 94 duck. She pointed to a simple pasta. He raised an eyebrow. "Safe choice." She nodded. "I am not trying to impress you," he chuckled. "You may be the most honest person I have met this week." They ate mostly in silence. She ate slowly, as if each bite was precious. He watched her, intrigued. After dinner, she stood. "Thank you, Mr. Lattimore, I will go now." "Where will you go?" "Wherever it is dry," she said. He pulled a card from his wallet. "Come to this address tomorrow." 9 a.m. She looked at it. "Gotcha upped." It bore the name of Lattimore Industries. "Why?" she asked. "Because I have a rule," he said. "Anyone who dares speak the truth to my face gets one chance." The next morning, Mira showed up at the towering glass building with the Lattimore name shining in silver. Minutes later, Mira was escorted into David's corner office. Floor-toozling windows offered a view of the city below. She was still wearing her hoodie, but it had been brushed clean. Her shoes were less soaked. Her eyes, however, were the same, alert and cautious. At reception, she presented the card. The assistant looked skeptical but called upstairs. He stood by the window, sipping coffee. "You came," he said. "You invited." "I want to offer you something," he said, turning to her. "A job. Entry-level. Filing. Organizing. Basic admin. Minimum wage to start. There'll be food at the office." She frowned. "Why?" "Because I am old enough to know that intelligence does not always wear a suit." "No." "Because you asked for leftovers instead of money." "No." "Because you understand value." She never arrived late. She never left messes. She asked questions. She listened. It has walls. It is better than rain. She never used her circumstances as excuse. She considered, why have to lie, flatter, or sell things I do not believe in? He noticed the way she studied reports when she thought no one watched. How she absorbed financial terms. How she organized the entire storage room alphabetically without being asked. No, he said simply. Then I accept. Days turned into weeks. Mira worked quietly, diligently. David watched her. One Friday, he called her into his office. You have no home, correct? He asked. I stay at a shelter now, she replied. He nodded. Come to the second floor on Monday. Char will assign you to the Lattimore internship program. Comes with a stipend and housing support. She stared. I did not ask for more. You earned more. Under the internship, Myra attended weekly training, worked across departments, and was paired with mentors. She thrived. She read business journals at night, watched videos on finance and ethics. She began to speak up in meetings, offering simple, clear insights others had missed. Today, she is creating profit while living by integrity. Let that remind you all, hunger can sharpen character, not diminish it. People began to notice. A year later, she presented a streamlined cost-saving process and logistics that saved the company thousands. David brought her into the boardroom, not because of pity, because of merit. This young woman, he said to the gathered executives, once asked if she could eat my leftovers. Eventually, she was promoted. She moved into a small apartment, clean, sunlit, and hers. I have watched what you build, how you lead. I trust you. It's not because she was a charity case, but because she had insight others lacked. She visited the shelter still this time, with groceries and notebooks for the girls who still slept on cots and cardboard. She taught them budgeting, confidence, speech skills. She told them the story of a leftover meal. Years passed. Mira became a senior consultant in the firm. David, now semi-retired, often invited her to meetings. One morning, he called her to his home. He handed her a letter. I am leaving the company's mentorship division in your hands, he said. Are you hungry? I do not want money, she said. Just if anyone leaves food. Mira swallowed hard. Sir, you changed my life. He shook his head. You changed your own. Only gave you a seat at the table. You chose to speak. One winter evening, Mira returned to that same restaurant. She wore a tailored coat. She sat near the same window. A young girl stood outside, skinny, nervous, eyes fixed on the diners. Mira got up, walked to the door, and stepped out. The girl flinched. I am not here to yell, Mira said kindly. The girl nodded. Mira held out her hand. Then come in, sit with me. Ate a full meal. The girl blinked in disbelief. Why? She asked. Because someone once did the same for me, Mira said with a smile. And it changed everything.